Welcome back. I'm Professor Steele, and today we are looking at some angle conversions, both from degrees to radians and radians to degrees. Recall that we know 2 pi radians is equivalent to 360 degrees. So that tells us that if 2 pi radians is 360 degrees, 1 radian is, divide this by 2 pi, we divide this by 2 pi, 360 over 2 pi degrees, which simplifies to 180 over pi degrees. So here's our conversion if we want to go from radians to degrees. Similarly, looking at our initial setup, if 360 degrees is 2 pi radians, then 1 degree is 2 pi divided by 360 radians, which simplifies to pi over 180. So 1 degree is pi over 180 radians. We're going to use this information to complete this table. Our first problem is we have 100 degrees. 100 degrees, if we want to convert to radians, we're going to multiply it by pi over 180. A good way to remember this is if I keep my units, my degrees actually cancel out and I end up with no units, which we know is radians. Simplifying this problem, and I always strongly suggest you simplify and not just multiply across. Our zeros simplify to 1. 2 goes into 10 5 times, 2 goes into 10 9 times. Final answer, 5 pi over 9 radians. So we have a value of 5 pi over 9 radians, which is equivalent to 100 degrees. Since we're converting from degrees to radians, let's move on to the third column. We have pi degrees. Pi degrees, we're going to multiply by pi over 180 degrees. Again, our degrees cancels out, and we are left with pi times pi divided by 180, which, using our calculator, is 0.055 radians. Now we can move into converting from radians to degrees. We have negative 5 pi over 6 radians. We're going to multiply by 180 divided by pi radians. Radians, they cancel out. And actually our pi's simplify. And again, we're going to simplify. 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into 180 goes 30. And we have negative 150 degrees. So we can complete our second column. Negative 5 pi over 6 is negative 150 degrees. Moving into our fourth column, we have 120 radians. Again, the conversion, we're going to multiply it by 180 over pi radians. So our radians units are canceled. This appears to be a very large value. We will end up with 120 times 180 divided by pi, which, using our calculator, is 6,875.5 degrees. And I want you to ask yourself, does that seem reasonable? If we have 120 radians, so let's think about it. All the way around a unit circle is roughly 6 and a bit radians. We have 120. So how many times have we gone around the circle? About 20 times. So you've got to be thinking it's about 360 degrees. So 2 360 degrees would be 720 degrees. 20 of those is roughly 7,200. Looks like we did the math correctly. Always check for reasonableness in your calculations mentally. Just in case you think you're doubting yourself, have an idea of where you're headed. Hopefully that's helped. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.